Welcome to Tides Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 24th, and we just watched WWE's Monday Night Raw 30. It just turned 30 years old, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, 30 years that this show was going on. My goodness. They showed a lot of pictures and videos of the old school of what happened on Raw. They did show some guys that was from Impact Wrestling and AEW and all that stuff. But they showed some top AEW guys like Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, when they had their big moments on Raw, like the Yes Movement when that started, Chris Jericho's debut. And they even showed Dean Ambrose when he got betrayed by Seth Rollins and the Shield got destroyed. So all that happened. That was pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, we got an update. Well, technically we got some news that we had that happen in the morning, I believe. That WWE 2K23 is finally coming out. We know who's going to be on the cover, and it's going to be John Cena. Cena will be on the showcase. But ladies and gentlemen, the difference of this showcase, we're not going to beat John Cena in the showcase. We have to defeat John Cena. So the guys that beat John Cena in some of these shows, like pay-per-views and Raw and SmackDowns, like with Kurt Angle, when he made his debut, he lost to Kurt Angle. We have to beat Kurt Angle. So it's going to be interesting to do because every single showcase, we're always the guy that's on the cover. Like with Rey Mysterio. We were Rey Mysterio. When he wins his matches. We won all his matches, and now we're going to be beating up John Cena. I like John Cena. He's my favorite wrestler. And ladies and gentlemen, the date of the game coming out is March 17th. And you guys could pre-order it right now if you want to. I'm going to pre-order it somewhere in February because I got my own build to do for the building. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pay and get the ones I want. Get the edition I want. They got 4 different editions. They got the standard. They got the deluxe, some icon one, and the cross-gen. And ladies and gentlemen, the best part. Yes, Cody Rhodes is in the game. I want to hear his theme song. But the best part, they finally put it in. They finally put it in because, ladies and gentlemen, they've been doing this for a couple of years, and it never got into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut of Bad Bunny. No, not that. He's in the game. He's a bonus. If you guys pre-order, he's a pre-order bonus. But if you guys get the game, you guys can play War Games. They will have a pay-per-view for NXT. You can have a War Games match in NXT. And they got the Survivor Series War Games pay-per-view that you can do War Games on that show. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 3 versus 3, or you can do 4 versus 4. You can't do, what's there for? The Usos, Solo, Sammy. So you can't do 5 on 5, like you normally could do on War Games. But guys, they put War Games in there. There's 2 rings. Big giant cage. Like, what else can you ask for? I'm excited. I want to play War Games. I want to play this game. Like, seriously. We got Cody Rhodes in this game. Bad Bunny. Am I really excited for that? No, but maybe he would be better, have a better moveset because he actually wrestled in WWE. Not like Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know how this guy even made it to be in the game. Like, I understand Mr. T. He was like in the first WrestleMania. I understand him. He's like a legend in the WWE. But how did Machine Gun Kelly get in it? And ladies and gentlemen, another guy making his debut to the roster that I just saw. It could be confirmed. I don't know. I saw it on the internet. Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is on there. And Kurt Angle is supposed to make his return to a video game. It's been a year since he Did not come on the game. The last game he was on was 2K20. And they didn't put him on 2K22. Now they're going to put him on 2K23. Because he shows up a couple of times in WWE, so he doesn't show up a lot. He doesn't show up on Impact Wrestling or AEW, so what the hell, man? Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know more people. We just know there's some current guys. The Icon DLC has some old school Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, even Batista. Batista, I forgot the name what it was. It was his name from OVW. If you guys didn't know that. But I don't remember the name of Batista, but there's an old Batista. Wow. But like, I think it was a Ruthless Aggression. No, I think that's a DLC. Not a pack. Not an edition. Not edition. I think Icon is different, I think. Is it different? No, Icon is different because it's like the same thing as the NWO edition for 2K22. You get those guys. And but the other DLCs are different. You get your season pass, but they're different DLCs. We don't know a lot about the game that's going to be happening. They showed it on Raw a little bit. Showed the showcase trailer of John Cena and all that stuff. So now we know it's officially happening, and we all can't wait for March 17th. I know I can't. I'm always excited for wrestling because sometimes they put new things. The new arenas, well, technically they're old, but new arenas that's never been in other wrestling games. And now there's War Games. And now there's Cody Rhodes. I'm happy. But, ladies and gentlemen, now we're talking about Monday Night Raw. Raw 30. Because we got a lot of segments that happen here today. Interesting segments. And a long one. So let's get to the short one, okay? Let's get to the short one. Alright? Let's try to do that first. So we got DX coming out, and some reason, a guy in a red shirt, I thought it was Billy Gunn, but no, it wasn't Billy Gunn. I thought it was Road Dogg as well, but no, all the DX members was wearing black and DX clothes, shirts. And then it was Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, some reason, walked with these guys. And then Road Dogg was doing his saying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in trouble ages, DX presents to you DX. And then when he says how many tag team titles they won, and he says the Road Dogg, Jesse James, and the bad boy, the bad butt, I don't know if I can say the other word, Billy. Remember, Billy Gunn is on AEW. He's not allowed to come on these things. And they said, Kurt Angle, what are you doing here? And Kurt Angle wants to join DX. And then he took his shirt off. His red shirt, and it was a DX shirt underneath. So they said, okay, let's do this. So Triple H did his thing. There was a test, but we don't know what the test was. We thought it was when Triple H says, are you ready? He didn't know it was a test, Mr. Kurt Angle. And then Triple H did the to the attendants, and the attendants watching home all over the world. And then they got interrupted by the Imperium. The Imperium is upset because there's old people in the ring, and they are making fun of the wrestling sport. And they said, you guys get out of my ring, but they said, if you have a problem with that, fight me. And all 5 guys said no because they're old. And then they said, maybe there is somebody in the back that will want to fight you guys. Seth Rollins came out, but Xbox says there's 3 of them and 1 of you. And then Triple H says, is there a tag team that wants to team up with Seth Rollins to verse the Imperium? And then here he goes, and ladies and gentlemen, the Street Profits comes out, and then they said, what's next? What do we do? And they were looking at Triple H, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Triple H did confirm that he was the head creative, because he's saying the booking is hard. He can't just make a match official. And then Teddy Long came out. He made the match official. But, ladies and gentlemen, they said they need a special guest referee. they were thinking of people. Kurt Angle had an idea. He took the shirt off again. Why am I getting a striptease by Kurt Angle? But no, it's not. But ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle took his shirt off and he had the red, blue, and white referee shirt. So he was a guest referee. We will get to that match when we get there. Ladies and gentlemen, then we have the Tribal Chiefs chords with Sami Zayn. Oh my God. I talk about 1 hour segments with MJF, but now we have a 1 hour of segments. People are saying it's 20 minutes, but it felt like 1 hour. Because the first hour of Monday Night Raw was free, commercial free. And this thing ended like at 8:30. They got to the... no, they didn't get to the first match. No, did they? Yeah, they got to the first match. But the second match, they didn't, the commercials started. And I got bored of that, and I didn't like it. I don't like commercials. That's why I don't like watching live things. Ladies and gentlemen, so Paul Heyman looks like he wants Sami out. Okay, he wants him out of the bloodline. He had his videos of Sami acting like a coward and all that stuff. And then he said to Sami that looks like he wants to take over the bloodline. He wants to be the tribal chief and all that stuff. And Sami said he did not have a defense. And then Roman said some words and he got pissed and told Solo to do Samoan Spike on him until Jay stopped Solo. He grabbed his arm that has the weird tape on his thumb. And then he said he has his own videos where Sami was like the target of every attack. And where he helped them win matches. So they saying that he's family, that he will do anything what he could do to keep them with the tag team titles or win any type of match. So Roman Reigns says Sami is not guilty, but for now, he says you finish what you need to do here on Raw. That means the tag team match, help the Usos. And he says after that, he doesn't want to see him around until the Royal Rumble. And he says at the Royal Rumble, it will be your final test to see if you're really part of the bloodline. What does that mean? What in the world does that mean? What does Sami have to do for his last... My beard is going in my mouth. His last thingy bobber. His last test. What is it? I wonder what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, then we had the Uso versus the Judgment Day for the Raw Tag Team titles. It was a pretty decent match. But I don't understand. I really don't understand. Why was the fans so quiet during the whole show? I thought it was a pretty decent show. I thought it was. Except for the steel cage match. I would get to that. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was the Usos. But almost at the end, Jimmy Uso injured his leg. And then Adam Pearce came out and he says he's injured. That means you guys have to forfeit the match and forfeit the titles. But Sami says Jimmy's hurt, but I'm not hurt. Let me be in this match. And Adam Pearce says, I did it for the Judgment Day, because that's what they did with the Gauntlet. But Dominic Mysterio, when Finn Balor got injured. So he says, I will do it here on Raw 30. Sami could go in this match. I thought Sami will screw this up and lose the match. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, and still the Raw Tag Team Champions, was the Usos, thanks to Sami. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did not see Sami Zayn celebrating, he was looking at the titles, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, very, very carefully. He was watching them. So that means he might want to be Tag Team Champions. If you guys didn't see that Easter egg, go watch that match. Go watch that celebration and see what I'm talking about. Because that's crazy. That's interesting. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Bayley versus Becky Lynch in a steel cage match. Well, we're supposed to until the Damage Control attacked Becky Lynch outside the ring. And then they threw her in the ring. They locked the cage door. I guess they took the key with them and started beating up Becky Lynch in the ring until Adam Pearce came out and asked a referee to get the bolt cutters. And that's what they did. And then Damien Cole just climbed the cage. All three climbed the cage on top of it. And then they were just laughing and threw a shirt at Becky Lynch. But people are saying Becky Lynch is injured. I thought somebody's going to come out and help Becky Lynch, but I guess not. Then we had Seth Rollins will be teaming up with Street Profits to versus the Imperium. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see the match between Gunther and Seth Rollins. I want to see that match. One-on-one match. I'm hoping if they do have the draft, keep Gunther on SmackDown or keep Seth Rollins on Raw and put Gunther on Raw or Seth Rollins on SmackDown. I don't care what you do. I want to see the match. And they had Jerry the King Lawler as a guest commentary. Technically, he still works for WWE because he does the pre-show stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Seth Rollins and Street Profits in a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it, but Seth Rollins and the Street Profits gets the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a lot of legends. We saw The Godfather. We saw Ron Simmons, Farouk. We saw Ted DiBiase, Alondra Blaze. Who else we saw? Hulk Hogan. He's the one that started Monday Night Raw and had a big botch with his microphone. I thought Bray Wyatt might come out and attack Mr. Hulk Hogan. But speaking of Bray Wyatt, LA Knight came out. I don't know why he's there. Yeah. He came out and he issued a challenge or some kind of beating for any legend that's in the back, and The Undertaker comes out. Well, we got the gongs. We thought it was the Phenom, The Undertaker, but no, it was the American Badass Undertaker. He looked like he had a problem with his motorcycle because he took a little while to get through the to the Tron. And then Undertaker was in the ring doing his poses, and then LA Knight says cut it off. He had some words to say until the lights went out. It's Bray Wyatt. Scared LA Knight. He was walking towards LA Knight. LA Knight was scared. He ran back in the ring. He was about to get chokeslammed. He was getting choked. He was getting choked by the Undertaker until Bray Wyatt got in the ring. And Undertaker throws LA Knight into the hands of Bray Wyatt, doing a Sister Abigail. Undertaker and Bray Wyatt just work as a team. Interesting. What else we have? What else, guys? They said I thought Stone Cold was supposed to be there. He wasn't there. Or The Rock. Well, The Rock did say that he was not in the shape to have a match at WrestleMania. So I guess he did not accept it to do this match because he's not in shape. I think he will do it if he was in shape. The guy loves WWE. The fans love The Rock. He loves the fans. The guy, when he does his premieres with his movies or TV shows or anything, the guy loves to make the fans happy. So I think Rock would come to WWE and have a match with Roman Reigns. If he actually accepted the match, and I guess if he was in shape. So it could be Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. Could be The Rock could still come to the Royal Rumble. The Rock could playing with our strengths. But the rumors are The Rock or Cody Rhodes. So we will find out. Nobody announced to be in the Royal Rumble. Nobody. Even on the women's. But last week on Talking Smack or Lowdown, whatever it's called, SmackDown Lowdown, Emma is entering the Royal Rumble. But there's less women than men. There's 15 men that said they're going to be in the match. And there's 7 women that said they're going to be in the match. But remember, there's still Twitter, there's still internet, there's social media that they could say they're in the Royal Rumble match. So, it doesn't have to be on TV. We got a lot of legends, but ladies and gentlemen, we even saw IRS with his taxes and all that stuff. Baron Corbin won his poker game, but he has to pay his taxes, so he lost everything except for a $100 bill. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I believe that's all the legends. We got Ric Flair and Charlotte Flair. Ladies and gentlemen, the last time you saw Ric Flair was in his last match, his retirement match. And ladies and gentlemen, now he's here on WWE. Remember, he got released from WWE before. We haven't seen him for a while. They haven't talked about him for a while. And I guess they're on good terms now, and where Ric Flair will show up. So that's a good thing, because Ric Flair is a big, big part of WWE, and you don't want it. You don't want to be have a bad blood with Ric Flair, because everybody loves Ric Flair. People want to see Ric Flair with his daughter because it's a big, big thing. If you're a family man or you have your own kids, you want to see those kind of things. So, ladies and gentlemen, it sucks that some AEW guys couldn't make it, like Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson. They showed Cesaro as well on their YouTube channel. When people are saying, what's your best Raw moment? The New Day said, defeating the Bar. So, yeah, they showed Bryan Danielson, they showed Chris Jericho, they showed Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley. It sucks that they couldn't come because AEW wouldn't let them, or WWE doesn't want to let them. Billy Gunn couldn't make it. Arn Anderson, Jake the Snake Roberts, a whole bunch of these AEW WWE legends that's on AEW. Even on Impact Wrestling, but I think Impact Wrestling will let them do it. If they offer to join, let them do it. Like, there's Tommy Dreamer, there's Mickey James, I think there's some producers that was in WWE. I believe Lance Storm, I believe. But yeah, it sucks. But that's business. Next, we got Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville in a boring segment with Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. Sonya came out. I even yelled at the TV saying, why? You ruined SmackDown. Now you're going to ruin Raw 30 with your boringness? She came out and talked about that they want to talk about themselves. Don't you talk about yourself too? Because now you're saying that, I was the manager. I was the boss of the WWE. Where's my congrats? And she was a fighting champion, and Charlotte Flair says, how about you want to fight him, champ? Want to fight her? And Bianca, she said yes. So we had Bianca Belair versus Sonya. The winner of that match was Bianca Belair. And then Bianca Belair says she's not done with Alexa Bliss. Did not forget about her. And then Alexa Bliss says she doesn't need Uncle Howdy. She doesn't need Bray Wyatt. She could do it all by herself to rip Bianca Belair's face off with her own hands. But she says she will leave her eyeballs that she could see when she walks out as the Raw Women's Champion at the Royal Rumble. So, yeah. Then we had Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley for the United States in a no disqualification match. Pretty decent, but the winner of that match was Austin Theory, thanks to the returning, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, came out to attack Bobby Lashley, did an F5, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar F5s Austin Theory onto Bobby Lashley. 1, 2, 3, Austin Theory wins. Brock Lesnar's back, and I think we're going to have a match between Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Because remember, their last match was at Crown Jewel in November. November? I think it was in November. I thought it was in October, but I know it was like in the beginning of November. So in November, and it was a bad finish, and now they could have a better finish. Let's see what happens. MVP tried to do some helping, but Bobby said no. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. That's all for me today. Done as well. Bye!